Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. If you've been following the blog at timebandit.co.uk or the YouTubes, you'll know we left the motorcycle in Chile and are now back on two hulls. Time to head south for some sunshine because Norfolk was perishing. Our plan had been to leave Norfolk at 7 in the morning, but about midnight I woke up and I thought I'll check the weather forecast. So I had a look at the forecast and it had changed. So it wasn't so much a 7 AM departure, but 1 AM. Darling, are you awake? We're going now. I don't know where the footage of that trip went, but we found ourselves in Beaufort, North Carolina. So here's a quick look around. And the challenge with the weather getting south is that when you get the warm southerlies, you're stuck, and the warm southerlies produce fog because the water is freezing, and you got to find the boat somehow. I charged up the drone last night because I thought we'd get some nice shots of the creek, but not this morning. Another day, another dawn. Look at the state of that.
It's not funny. It's 0 degrees outside. It's freezing cold. 7:15 in the morning, just starting to get light, and we say goodbye to Beaufort and the Outer Banks. Quite pretty, really. Moorhead City's an active fishing port. Shouldn't sound so surprised, but it is.
We met another couple of cruising boats in Beaufort. Wakalele, two Belgians living in New Zealand on their Fontaine Pajot 45. And funnily enough, Anna Mee was a patient of Dr. Ross and Polly in Queenstown. That's Vanui for those that know them. And we also met, over the VHF right enough, but we met Tippy No Flippy. We had a pretty pleasant sail down from Beaufort, exchanging photographs on the way. And we got in just before dusk. Dawn at Wrightsville beach. Now you'll see this a lot in Portugal. You'll see the early morning fishermen out, but in Portugal it's 20 degrees. Here it's 1, feels like -6. Been a long time since we've done this, that's for sure. And it's freezing cold. This morning it feels like -6. I think I said that. Sitting at 11 to 12 knots, surfing higher, trying to get to Georgetown before the sun sets, and I don't think that's going to happen. We snuck through the trench at Frying Pan Shoals. 6 metres deep, so it said, but we had 10 on the machine, so not too bad. Blowing 25, 28 knots. It suits me. We're off! Woohoo!
That was nearly a capsize of soup.
Capsize of soup.
Outrageous.
Nothing worse.
15 and a half, 16 and a half knots.
And the cup of tea never moves. The magic carpet flies again.
It was quite an exciting sail on the way down there. What we didn't realise at the time was that it was just an introduction for what was coming the next day. But while we had it, we enjoyed it. We'd left the anchorage in company with Wakalele, a very attractive Fontaine Pajot 45, but they just couldn't keep up. Too cold to go outside, so here's a sunset from inside. Plop, there it goes. No green flash.
Oh, there was a wee bit there.
Oh, might have been a wee bit
Yes,
there.
I think there was a wee bit there.
And as my old dad used to say, red sky at night, shepherd's delight. Red sky in the morning, shepherd's house on fire. Getting the priorities right, filling the hot water bottles. We made it to Winya Bay near Georgetown. Spent the night there up the river and in the morning headed out. Unfortunately, the wind hadn't swung to the northeast as had been forecast. It was still in the northwest, so there was quite a sea running, and we shot out the river in quite a lot of current. So of course we ended up with current against the waves, which made for some exciting sailing, well, motoring actually, for the half an hour it took us to get out the channel. Less than 48 hours before, I'd told Stephen on Wakalele that no, in 30,000 miles we've never buried the bowsprit. Whoops, there it goes. But we got out the channel, got the sails up and got going. We sit at about 8 to 10 knots and then we catch a wave and we are off, and we can get up to, well, our top speed was 19.2, but we can easily do 15, 16, and it goes on and on and on, as big as the wave is. It's brilliant. And the ride is so smooth, you honestly don't notice the speed. You can be sitting inside and you get a sensation you're going fast, and you look up and whoosh, you're in 16 knots and all is smooth and quiet. Brilliant fun. And all this with 3 reefs in the mainsail. That's not something we see often. And finally, we made it into Charleston, past the container ship, get the house flags up, and then head ashore for walk around and a lunch. A look at the old buildings, then back to the boat. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you for the passage south to Fernandino Beach.